Hello and welcome to another episode of our weekly web series. My name is Noella. I'm a brand consultant and also the CEO at LA Creative Branding Agency. Thank you for joining us once again. Today is going to be the first part of our 4-part series on rebranding, and in today's topic, I'm going to be talking about 7 signs that show that your company needs to rebrand. So we all know that as individuals, we're constantly upgrading our appearances in order to send out better messages about our personalities. In the same manner, it is very important that a company should be keen that its image and the message it is communicating to the consuming public has not become outdated or irrelevant. The process of continually keeping a company's message and image relevant and up to date is executed through rebranding. Rebranding involves overhauling a company's visual look and feel, also known as their brand identity, as well as altering its brand message to better suit current circumstances. When done right, rebranding can bring tremendous benefits to a company, including the acquisition of a bigger market share. However, if done wrongly, it can actually hurt a company rather than aid its cause. Getting the process of rebranding right usually starts with correctly reading the signs that your company is due for a rebrand. I'm going to be talking about some of the signs that you need to look out for. The first sign is when you have noticed that people are not really clear about who you are or what you do. When you run a business, 2 critical distinguishing factors that people must know about are who you are and what products or services you offer. If people are not clear about these 2 factors, maybe because your brand message is vague or because you are sending out too many messages, which create dissonance in the minds of consumers, the right solution for you would be to rebrand. By rebranding, you would have the chance to zero in on a core message. The second sign would be when your business has expanded beyond your initial area of focus. Most businesses start out offering only one product or service. Over time, as it grows, a business may move from its initial niche and expand to offer a more diversified product range. In such a scenario, it becomes necessary for the company to rebrand in order to communicate a message that encompasses the entire spread of its offering. A good example of this is Amazon. At the initial stage, Amazon was an online bookseller, but over time they expanded their offering to include virtually everything under the sun. Because of this expansion, the company rebranded by unveiling a new logo, commonly called the A to Z logo, which represented the fact that they sell everything from A to Z. Moving on, another sign would be when your business maybe has shifted focus or switched lines of product or service. There have been occasions when a business began in one sector but ended up developing a product that moved the business into another field altogether. This sort of shift is usually so radical that it requires a rebranding effort in order to alert your customers to the changes in your company, as well as help you develop new connections with the wider consuming public. The Xerox Corporation underwent this sort of rebranding. The company shifted its focus from the manufacture of photographic paper and equipment in the early 90s to the sale of print and digital document solutions and document technology products in the recent years. Consequently, it rebranded by changing its name from the Haloid Photographic Company to Xerox Corporation. Another sign would be when there has been a shift with the customers that you presently target compared to those you targeted in the past. For example, if you offered, say, business consulting services to SMEs when you first started, but you're now scaling up to target the bigger companies, including the multinationals, you are going to need to shake up your brand image and messaging to be able to reach the new target audience. Your previous brand message and image may have served you well in previously reaching SMEs, but if you're going to target the bigger clients, you would need to create a brand look that will place you in a higher category so that your target audience would be more easily sold on your company with regards to its competence level and the value that you can add to them. Another sign is when your brand is not easily differentiated from your competitors. Ultimately, all the effort invested in creating a distinct brand for your business is basically about differentiating your brand from competition. You want to stand out from your competition so that your brand is known for its unique value proposition and core strength. If this differentiation is no longer there, then this may be a sign that you need to rebrand. Maybe at the time you launched your business, there were not a lot of players in that particular industry, but after time, many other businesses offering the same or similar services have sprung up, and the industry has become commoditized, with everyone, including you, looking and acting the same. If this is your situation, you may need to rebrand in order to add some zest to your company's image so that it will stand out from the crowd. Another situation or sign is when a negative image of your company has been formed in the public space. We all know that in this age of social media and the 24 hours news cycle, a negative review of your business can very easily spread like wildfire, radically tainting a company's brand, within a very short time. If your company experiences this sort of challenge and despite your best efforts continually takes heat from the consuming public, especially if you're losing customers, a veritable remedy would be to rebrand. If the rebranding effort is radical enough to include a brand name and identity change, the new image of the company, unlike the old one, would not immediately evoke negative impulses in the consuming public. Over time, the company may actually be able to recover from the impact of the negative situation and be able to regain its market share. The last sign I will talk about is when you have undergone a merger or acquisition. This one is a no-brainer. We have seen it happen over and over again. When one company buys or merges with another, there's usually a rebranding process to reflect the new entity that has been created. We saw this quite a lot during the period of banking consolidation in Nigeria in 2005. An example is when Prudent Bank, Bond Bank, Reliance Bank, and others merged to form Sky Bank, while some of the others merged to form Sterling Bank. The new banks that were created from these mergers were not only given new names, they also adopted new logos and identities and projected unique messages. In conclusion, in this competitive world of business, the companies that thrive over the long haul are those that possess the ability to constantly reinvent themselves through various corporate strategies, including rebranding. When done right, rebranding can bring tremendous benefits to a company, including the reinvigoration of a company's image and the acquisition of a bigger market share. To get it right, you must be quick to read the signs that point to the fact that your company is due for a rebrand, and then act decisively to give your business the lift it needs so that you will not become stale and outdated, lagging behind your competitors. Thank you so much for joining us once again. Please look out for the second part of this rebranding series, and also make sure to subscribe and drop your comments in the comment section. Please also like and share with your network. Till next time, goodbye and God bless.